Samsung is preparing to make a controversial move. Samsung's upcoming One UI 7.0 software update, which will hit the current S24 series as well as the Galaxy S25 series and some other Samsung devices, will include some pretty incredible changes. We now have the first early details on Samsung's 7th generation One UI. According to a Twitter leaker with a pretty good track record for accurate leaks, One UI 7.0 will be heavily inspired by iOS 18, as well as Xiaomi's HyperOS and some elements of macOS and visionOS. According to his source, who has briefly tried One UI 7.0 a few times, he says that the icons are now more rounded with 3D icons that look a bit like macOS or visionOS. Samsung also appears to have turned the quick actions on the lock screen or quick icons on the lock screen back into the basic iOS look, making the icons rounder in the same way iOS does. Then there's the change to the Gallery app, which is the weirdest change of all. Samsung has the traditional red gallery icon, but it appears to be using a rainbow flower icon, a move similar to what iOS has had since iOS 7.0. Now, inspired by iOS 18 and Xiaomi's HyperOS approach, we'll get two types of notification panels, one for notifications only and one for quick toggles, more rounded lock screen widgets, and finally, we have a revamped camera UI, which now brings all the camera settings from the top of the camera to the bottom, along with camera modes into a single shortcut that can be expanded into multiple quick camera settings. Based on all of this, it seems like Samsung is on the verge of a major change that could be inspired by iOS. We haven't seen any kind of visual appearance yet, so I'll reserve final judgment on that, but it seems like Samsung could be making a controversial iOS-inspired look for One UI 7.0. Samsung's head of mobile design is clearly responsible for this change, and judging by the new changes, he may actually be a secret Apple fan. As I said, we'll see the visual leak very soon. Furthermore, we just got another One UI 7.0 leak that says the search bar in the app drawer will now be moved to the bottom, below the app icons. As for the One UI 7.0 release, Samsung could show it off at its developer conference, or SDC 2024, which is scheduled to take place on October 3rd in San Jose, California. In addition to the design changes, One UI 7.0 will definitely bring some exciting and powerful new Galaxy AI features. We've already seen Samsung introduce a lot of amazing features that can be useful for everyday use, so I'm confident that we'll see even more exciting things when it comes to Samsung's AI. One of those features is a major Galaxy AI update for Bixby, something Samsung already confirmed at its Unpacked event where it said it would introduce an advanced version of Bixby with Gen AI technology later this year, and it's definitely an upgrade that's planned to come with One UI 7.0. So all the focus is on the One UI 7.0 update, which will be a massive change and probably the biggest visual change to the One UI design in the last 3 years. This change may be controversial again, and it seems to be heavily inspired by iOS. Thanks for watching. Galaxy Go.